Man.
November, a word to some that represents merely a month on the calendar. 30 days when fall slowly gives way to the cold of winter. But for some, for those like you and me, November represents more than any one word could ever capture. Somewhere along the way, each of us was introduced to the woods. However it happened, something about those moments took root deep within us, quietly shaping our own definition of what it means to be a deer hunter. And the best part? No two definitions are ever the same. For some, deer hunting is tradition, memories made in old camps and conversations shared before daylight. For others, it's an escape, a challenge, or simply the peace found in stillness. That is the beauty of it. No reason is right, and no path is better than another. For the past 11 years, the goal of this series has remained simple: to build anticipation for the season ahead, the one we've been chasing since the last one ended. Thank you for being here. This is Chasing November.
Oh my goodness. This is so awesome. Oh my gosh. Ah, redemption. He's down. He's down. Coming right at you now. He's down right there, dude. Yes. Yeah! All the work, all the sits, all the time put in.
Look at this buck, dude.
Oh my goodness gracious. Are you guys ready for this?
Nice shooting, Paul.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, I'm happy.
Over the years, Chasing November has taken on many meanings for Mike Reed. Through every season, his consistency, both in the woods and in life, has been grounded in a simple mindset: make the most of every God-given day. But to truly understand Mike's why, you have to go back to where it all began. Introduce Mr. Wilbur Tate, otherwise known as Paw Paw Tate, to those lucky enough to call him family. From the time Mike was in diapers, he shadowed his best friend step by step through the southern Louisiana woods, laying the foundation for the future seasons of his life. Days spent on the family property turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and over the years, life delivered its inevitable change. Paw Paw Tate, presented with an opportunity he couldn't pass up, sold the family property. As Mike entered his teenage years, nearly all of his time outdoors unfolded on the surrounding public lands, teaching him some of the best woodsmanship a young man could receive. Just like every other 15-year-old who loved the outdoors, Mike wasn't one to pass up an opportunity to hit the woods. But in the blink of an eye, a trip to explore a potential hunting lease with his dad became an event that changed the course of his life forever.
When I was a teenager in 1998, I was 15 years old and I had a near-death experience. Kind of changed my outlook on life and some of the trajectory of my life. But my dad and I were on a ATV getting shown around a piece of property. We were looking at leasing, and we were, going down an ATV trail, exploring a piece of the farm, coming out, going down the gravel road, going into another section, looking at our property. And we had a 1-ton Ford dually welding truck. A guy that lived in the area was cutting through the property. And the first ATV, he locked up brakes and he slid into us and This scar on my head, you guys can probably see it, these bright lights, but we got clobbered by that truck, and I got to take my first ride in the helicopter. Got scalped pretty good. Thankfully, it didn't break my neck or anything. But my dad, thankfully, escaped unscathed. I spent quite a bit of time in the hospital and whatnot.
Thankfully, the four-wheeler accident stopped short of becoming a tragedy, but it still became a defining moment in Mike's life. In the people who rushed in to save him, Mike saw what it meant to use your abilities in service of someone else. He wanted to become the kind of person who could do for others what those men and women had done for him. From that moment forward, practicing medicine became the vision. Reaching that goal would require years of sacrifice, discipline, and an unwillingness to quit. But long before the classrooms, the exams, and the sleepless nights, Mike had already begun developing those qualities in the woods. Under the guidance of his family, and especially his grandpa, Paw Tate, he learned patience, preparation, how to solve problems when there was no easy answer, and how to keep moving forward when things became difficult. The accident gave Mike a new direction. The woods gave him the foundation to follow it. And together, they set him on the path toward becoming the doctor, hunter, and man we've been fortunate to follow for all these years.
That happened fast. I'm gonna start packing up and go back to the cabin, get the wife and kids, and come back and do a recovery. Saw them fall over, so shouldn't be too hard, but I think the kids will enjoy it. You're calling them in?
We just got back out here. We're gonna follow the blood trail so we can get the deer.
All right, let's go to it.
See blood right here, guys.
All right, keep going.
Oh, buddy, I see him.
Good job.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's a big deer, Paul.
That's just what I said. I couldn't hardly pass that up because I'd not find nothing as big as that. Thank you, Mike.
Yes, sir. Man, that looks like a deer.
You going freestyle over there, or butterfly, or what? Breaststroke.
The good breather one is the side. Probably not the best idea, but I decided we didn't have a boat or anything around here that I would just swim across and check it out. I did that, made it to that tree, no problem. His rack popped out of the water, and lo and behold, it was him. So I've never experienced anything quite like this before, but he is definitely my biggest buck to date.
Mike, he is down right there, buddy. He is down. He is down.
I cannot believe that worked. I cannot believe it worked. November 10th.
Moment after moment, experience after experience, each one leaving its mark on the story still being written. Ask Mike what he remembers most, and chances are it isn't only the outcome. It's who was standing beside him, who shared the work, the anticipation, and the celebration when it all finally came together. Because accomplishments matter to every hunter, but without the people we love there to share them, they never mean quite as much. And just when Mike thought his appreciation for hunting couldn't run any deeper, the 2024 season arrived, putting on full display the greatest joys a trip to the woods can offer.
Bella's exceeding my expectations. I mean, her sort of passion for being out here, and we just have a lot of good time together, and I couldn't be more proud of her. It's Mom. What a night. I know everybody's gonna think I'm crazy, but I do not think I want to shoot him. That big 10 we filmed late season last year, he would be 6 this year. He'd be a better deer to target. Can you beat it? October 18th, 3 yards. You want to kind of keep yourself in case they're coming out and they can see you. What just happened?
Well, I just shot my first ever buck, first ever deer with a bow. I am so stoked.
This is the beginning of the addiction.
I'm already hooked.
He wants him to leave. He said, this is my fruit plot. You got Christy.
This is the best day of my life.
You got him, buddy. High five.
Mom?
Let's call Mom, yes.
The beauty of being raised outdoors is that one day you're given the opportunity to pass it on, to share the same places, lessons, and experiences that once shaped you with someone new. And as 2025 begins, it isn't only the successful hunts of the previous fall that remain fresh in Mike's mind. With several great bucks surviving the season, there is plenty to look forward to, and shed season kicks off with the biggest of bangs.
Look at this thing. That's Junior. Got chewed on just a little bit. That's what I could see from all that distance away. Big curved beam. Dude, it's right here. Look at this. Oh, dude. Oh. Look at that. What a giant. And he's one I'm super excited to see what he turns into for 2025. I'm saying he's gonna be my primary target this year.
After picking up one of the best shed sets of his life, Mike turned his attention to one of the year's most anticipated traditions, the annual River Farm Shed Hunt. And this time, the day would far surpass every expectation.
River.
What you got there?
We got one side of Joey B.
Absolute hammer.
Mr. Joey found Joey. I cannot wait to see what he does. Look at that G3. This is sick. Got one? That's Joey B's other side, huh? Matched him up. There he is, Bob. What are the chances? Yeah.
You first, your dad?
Yeah, he's on 0.
Yeah, she's a whooping.
Yeah. We gotta match this guy up. That's him. Ooh, baby. Well, we are wrapping up a great week of shed hunting. And the main buck we're looking to find was this buck we call Joey B. You guys remember him. This is a 3rd year of history we've had with this buck. Just a beautiful, big 4-year-old. 2025 is looking like it's got a lot of potential for big ones, and couldn't be more excited.
It's easy to see why Mike couldn't have been more excited after such an incredible haul. But only a few weeks later, another dream became reality. An opportunity to add another piece to the river farm presented itself, and Mike wasted no time getting boots on the ground. Joined by Rye and Joey, he set out to explore the new property, a place the kids had already nicknamed the ranch. What they found next was the last thing any of them expected.
Yeah, but it looks like a big 6-point with baby crabs. Dude, my heart's racing. It's him. It's Moss. Dude, what are the chances? We were never gonna find that deer if we did not come here today. Dead at the end of the peninsula.
No way because of that.
Crazy, man. Moss. What a crazy thing. I am very thankful, though, to be able to find them and kind of put the story to rest and quit wondering whatever happened to him.
For all the stories written on the river farm, some of the most unforgettable have come from the river itself. And the final chapter in the story of Moss is only the latest reminder that you never quite know what these places will reveal. But as spring gives way to summer, Mike's attention turns toward what comes next. A new piece of ground to learn, another season to prepare for, and countless chapters still waiting to be written. But the most important part of the season ahead takes Mike back to where his story began, and, more importantly, who it began with. At 84 years old, Wilbur Tate has lived the kind of journey most of us can only hope to live. But recently, the family received the devastating news that Wilbur has been diagnosed with inoperable pancreatic cancer. Then, amid the heartbreak, came something to look forward to. Mike was able to tell his best friend that he had drawn an Iowa late muzzleloader tag, his first since 2018, when Wilbur harvested the biggest buck of his life. Suddenly, this season becomes about far more than filling a tag. It becomes a reason to hold tightly to the days ahead and believe that somehow they may share the woods yet again. For those who know Owen Riegler, annually his name has become synonymous with a season-long duel against one of the best bucks in the area. Although, thanks to his relentless preparation and planning, those duels rarely last an entire season anymore. October has become Owen's new November, and in 2024, that proved true once again, and then some.
Good job, brother! Oh my God. Good job, Joey! That's awesome.
Let's go, dude.
Come on, tough guy. Man, that was a fun hunt. Wow. We've been in the stand an hour. An hour. He's down. He's down. Let's go. Look at that thing. Oh, he's laying right. How did we not see him go down? Like 40 yards.
I mean, he didn't go.
And much like Mike Reed, it was the bucks that survived that have Owen's attention the very most.
Just driving along, checking on our fires, burning all around us here, cruising up the bean field, and I see what looks like a shrub or a shed, and I'm like, certainly that can't be a shed, right? I keep getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is a shed. Holy crap. That'll be the biggest shed we find all year right there. I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Luck, by definition, is success or failure brought about by chance rather than through one's own actions. Most hunters would gladly take a little of it, but Owen's success has always been rooted in something deeper, the details. After walking out of shed season with one of the 2 antler sets he had been searching for, his regularly scheduled programming resumes. The work of earning the next opportunity takes over, both in the woods and on the range, before eventually giving way to a waiting game on summer's arrival to reveal what bucks will return. No 2 journeys are ever the same, but when you study those who consistently set and accomplish their goals, certain themes tend to emerge. Throughout his life, Zach Rosmus has embodied the value of learning, serving others, working hard, and remaining humble, all while relentlessly pursuing what he sets out to achieve. Entering the fall of 2024 as a third-year landowner on Area 52, with access to several permission properties as well, his goals remained unchanged. Continue improving the land as a thoughtful steward and experience the very best that deer hunting has to offer. And in 2024, it was delivered.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. I don't know, I wasn't super gung-ho, it was just kind of a cool moment. And sometimes when you're in the outdoors, it's not all about flinging an arrow or getting a shot off. It's just all about being out here and enjoying those experiences.
Dude, you freaking did it. God. He looked really big right there. Oh, man.
I can't thank everyone enough to allowing me to do this, and thank you to the family for allowing us to be a small part in putting all this together. And this is definitely memories that I'm gonna have for my entire lifetime, because everything the way that it played out tonight.
Without a doubt, one of the greatest gifts the outdoors provides is the memories made along the way, and Zach said it perfectly. When a property like Area 52 has given you so many memories, the thought of letting it go can feel almost unimaginable. But sometimes, parting with something meaningful is what creates the opportunity to build something even greater and opens the door to an entirely new chapter. Heading into 2025, that exact opportunity presented itself to Zach and his wife, Chantel. Area 52 was sold, allowing them to carry everything they had learned and all the hard work they had invested into a new piece of ground, fittingly nicknamed the Homestead.
This is setting up to be a really cool spot. I strategically left a couple trees here in the center that are going to become scrape trees for me moving forward. And this is a hackberry, so I'm not overly concerned about this one, where actually I could kill this and actually cut it off horizontally and just really make it like a post. And then one of the tree stand locations is going to be over here somewhere.
For those who have followed Midwest Whitetail over the years, the faces, places, and seasons may have changed, but one thing has remained constant. The goal has always been to tell a deer story that puts you, the viewer, right in the moment. And the next individual we're about to introduce fits that tradition perfectly. Like so many of us, Brandon Quant's foundation in the outdoors was laid by his father, Vernon. A lifelong farmer, outdoorsman, and devoted family man, Vernon's leadership makes it easy to understand why the obsession with bow hunting took hold of Brandon at such an early age. From there, Brandon decided to pick up a camera, hoping to capture the unforgettable moments that could only unfold in the woods.
That was insane.
I can't believe that just happened.
Dude, I still haven't wheezed him.
There he is.
Clearly no stranger to finding big bucks and getting within range, Brandon's passion for capturing the story, regardless of the outcome, is second to none. And heading into 2025, his expectations are as high as ever.
Well, we just got here to Area 53, and I think we just found the first shed of the year, literally the day after deer season ended. So this is the deer that, look how fresh it is. It's got blood on the end of it. This is actually the deer that I wanted to find the sheds to this year. I call him Edgar because this is Area 53 over here. And if you guys watch Men in Black, the first alien that they went after, his name was Edgar the Bug, so we call him Edgar, and I just found one side.
After the perfect start to shed season, a few more trips to Area 53 in hopes of matching up Edgar failed to produce the missing antler. But they offered something far more meaningful than finding every shed in the woods ever could.
See if you can find it. Hold her up. I know that one. I know that deer. I got lots of trail cam pictures of him.
But if any antler could come close to matching the joy of spending time in the woods with his son, the one Brandon was about to find might be it.
Holy crap. It's a freaking giant. I think it's him. I think it's him.
It's gotta be him. Oh my gosh, here he is. That's him. Look at that G4. That is the big brow buck.
Pieces to the bigger puzzle, Brandon's next few months look much like those of everyone we've introduced so far. Working hard both in the field and in the woods, chip away at the project list, and wait for summer to reveal what might begin to take shape. Sometimes it's easy to look backward and convince ourselves the best days have already passed, or to keep looking ahead, believing there's still somewhere waiting for us. But the truth is, the moments we'll one day miss are often the ones unfolding right in front of us. The ordinary days are reminders that the best days aren't always behind us or somewhere off in the distance. Sometimes they're happening right now. And for the Redicers, that couldn't be more true. Fresh off arguably the best hunting season they've ever experienced together, Nolan and Justin Redeker had plenty to celebrate throughout the 2024 campaign. At just 22 years old, Nolan purchased his first property, a piece of ground fittingly named the Buck 40, and became engaged to his best friend.
I've been looking forward to this moment for a really long time. My first steps on my very own dirt. Man, what a feeling this is.
To filming his dad tag the widest buck of his life before November had even arrived.
He looked huge. I cannot believe it. He is a wide one.
All the way to earning an opportunity of his own after 45 trips to the stand.
Dang, he's big. That's wild. I'm just super fortunate to be able to do what I do, have good people around me, especially my fiance. She's super patient with me.
Never once to dwell on what has already been, Justin and Nolan entered the new year as excited as ever, and for good reason. Around the time they both tagged out in 2024, a new buck began showing himself, carrying all the potential to develop into the kind of world-class animal every deer hunter dreams of pursuing. As the hunting season came to a close, some of the final photos of the buck revealed that a large piece of his right antler had broken away. Finding it would be the definition of searching for a needle in a haystack, but while shed hunting with Nolan, Justin somehow did exactly that, only to lose the broken tine from the backpack before they made it back to the truck. From that moment forward, the buck would be known between the father and son duo as the lost tine buck, if for no other reason than to make sure Nolan never forgot what happened. Over the following weeks, they searched relentlessly, hoping to recover not only the missing tine, but the matching set the buck had left behind somewhere on the landscape. Then, on what would be Justin's final outing of shed season, nearly 2 miles from where the broken tine had first been found, he spotted something he could hardly believe.
It's April 5th. I'm out doing a late season shed hunt. I had a specific deer that I've been trying to find all season. I've walked a lot of miles looking for this particular deer, and I'm several miles from where we had pictures of him, and we only had a couple pictures of him, and I got lucky enough to stumble across one of his sides, and he broke a piece off, and I'm not sure if this is the side that it was broke off of, but we're gonna find out here, and hopefully we can find his other side. But it's April 5th, and I just could not give up, and here he is. He's got lots of mass, and there is a spot where something broke off right there. Hopefully I can get lucky, find his other side here, but he should be a really nice deer next year.
Following the unlikely find, nearly every spare hour outside of work is spent on the Buck 40, improving the timber, carving out new food plot locations, and hanging stands beneath the Kansas sun. Every project brings Nolan one step closer to his ultimate goal, filling his first tag as a landowner. But like the rest of the team, once the work is done, all that remains is to wait and see what summer reveals. For the rest of us, many of the same stories are unfolding, and spring proves productive in countless ways as the months pass. From fine-tuning properties that have been hunted for years, to speed scouting brand new ground made possible by generous landowners, and everything in between, each day is spent preparing for another opportunity and hoping a little luck meets us there. At a time when the days seem to pass faster than ever, spring's rapid growth soon gives way to the heat of summer, leaving us on the doorstep of another deer season. And as velvet antlers begin to take shape and familiar faces return, what's being revealed has the team as excited as ever for everything still to come.
Rule number 4, human intrusion. Don't deer. We're coming down here to film an interview, and I wanted to do it right where I got pictures of old Genesis, we're calling him now. He was the 6x5, and he was laying right there in the grass. So, what are you gonna do?
Damn.
I'm not gonna.
Let me see.
16
Nice.
Well, we just climbed up the last stand just to make sure it all looks good, and I got everything ready to go on the buck 40. Now we're just gonna let it soak, let these bucks start to move in here.
Looking forward to getting in here and getting a little velvet filming done here. It's just brutal hot, but
He's running already. Rye made me come up with a name for the tall 10, and finally I decided on Frazier. With any luck, maybe down goes Frazier. We'll see.
Appreciate you guys joining us on this one. Hope you're having some buck show up for yourself and that you're getting out there. Just want to reiterate, thanks again for watching Chasing November.
To the right of those two and lower on the hill, the one turned around looking at us. Dude, they're pretty solid.
In the blink of an eye, September is nearly here, and the board is set for all that could still unfold. With the final days before the official kickoff quickly disappearing, plans are taking shape, bucks are emerging, and the pieces are beginning to fall into place. Now, with opening day nearly here, it's time to see where each member of the team stands. For Mike Reed, summer proved as productive as ever. Joey B returned to the river farm. The split G28 made his debut on the new property known as The Ranch, the tall 10 known as Apollo on the Mount Olympus farm, and a surprising jump from a buck now called Lane only added to the anticipation surrounding the season ahead. The lone disappointment, if you can at all call it that, came with the return of Chubbs Jr., who had clearly invested more into survival than antler growth. Still a great buck loaded with character, Mike decides to roll the dice and see what he could become if he survives the season ahead. With no shortage of exciting bucks on the radar, Mike's attention now shifts toward one of the first opportunities. For Owen Riegler, the summer has been about as close to perfect as he could have hoped. The 6x5, now known as Genesis, appears to have shifted his core area into the infamous death row, while the tall-framed sweeping Ghost, now known as Frazier, continues to show increasing activity. Whether it's luck, the payoff from countless hours of work, or a combination of both, Owen isn't leaving anything to chance. With two incredible bucks to hunt, his focus remains locked on the range and preparing to capitalize if an opportunity presents itself. Officially in the middle of his first season on the homestead, Zach Rosmus has made remarkable progress in a short amount of time, and the appearance of several impressive bucks has only added to the excitement. At the top of his list is a heavy mainframe 9-pointer he has named Jin. While most of Zach's attention has been devoted to the new property, he has continued making progress on his permission ground as well, with the Goat Hills remaining at the forefront of his mind. After tagging Sneezy there last fall, several quality bucks survived the season, and as their fall ranges begin to shift, Zach is hopeful that a few familiar faces will soon return. For Brandon Quant, it has been business as usual, getting every plot in the ground and making it a family affair along the way. From identifying a new stand location, to adding a food plot designed to complement it, to finding creative ways to battle the drought, Brandon has done everything he can to set the stage for the big brow buck. For now, the buck remains missing in action, but with past history suggesting a late October shift could bring his rut range onto Brandon's hunting ground, there is still plenty of reason to believe an opportunity could eventually develop. The good news is that several other great bucks have begun showing up, including a big 8-pointer on a small permission property, and Edgar, the impressive buck calling Area 53 home. Out on the Kansas plains, Nolan Redeker is beginning to see the payoff of the year-round efforts that he and his dad have poured into the buck 40. With his network of cuttybacks deployed across the property, the return of several familiar bucks has only added to his excitement. But leading the list are two deer capable of producing the biggest smiles, bugs, and the buck known as the Grinch. For Justin, however, the outlook remains far less certain. Despite countless miles of gravel road scouting throughout the summer, he has yet to capture a single sighting of the lost tine buck, leaving the first question not where or how to hunt him, but whether he survived at all. And for the rest of us, we find ourselves in the middle. Familiar faces are settling into recognizable patterns for a few, while others remain patient, knowing how much can still change before the real action begins. At the end of the day, every deer hunter understands that no matter how much we prepare, there's only one way to discover what lies ahead. Take the season one day at a time. Across much of whitetail country, September serves as the final countdown before the months we've all been waiting for. But elsewhere, opening day arrives early, giving youth hunters and adults alike their first chance to enter the woods with a tag in hand. In Iowa, the earliest opportunities of fall arrive through the statewide youth and disabled hunter season. For years, Mike Reed has looked forward to this stretch as much as, if not more than, November itself. But this season, for the first time in quite a while, he'll miss the opening hunts of the year. With a bear hunt and waterfowl trip in Canada already on the calendar, Mike turns to trusted friends Rye Ludwig and Joey Eiler to step into the role of mentor. And leading things off is the oldest of the Reed kids, Bella, who's hoping to see the buck known as Tony.
Sun is shining so brightly today. Just walking towards the blind. It's gonna be the same plot as yesterday. Set up for Tony, and Tony's the one who we want to kill. So hopefully he comes out today.
All right, day 2 here, and we are set up in the same plan as yesterday.
Yep.
I'm back after it. Hoping Tony's bedded in the Little Peninsula today, and he's going to work his way out to these beans. Wind's a little different. It's a little better than yesterday for targeting Tony, I think. So we have a southwest, which cuts us into the central timber a little bit. I'll show you in a second on the 1X, but you know, it's hot. Don't feel great, but we're going to send it anyways. Joe has this just undeniable feeling of what's going to happen today. Bella, what are your thoughts for today?
Well, it feels a lot hotter than yesterday's, but it's just because we don't have the breeze, and hopefully he comes out today. We didn't see him yesterday, but we saw five does, 1 buck, and the last time we got a picture of Tony was September 19th, which was Friday, not that long ago.
About 4:45 in the morning along the river over here, just next to the Little Peninsula.
So we're hoping he comes out of the Little Peninsula. He should do that. That's what he normally does. He likes to hang out in there.
And if he doesn't, we'll keep at it.
Yeah. We got Tiki and Tony, Fat Tony.
All right, let's get serious. We got him to do.
I am serious. I got a feeling.
Just keep joking.
He's got that feeling. He's got the feeling. He's got the feeling.
Inside my bed.
While Bella settles in overlooking the soybeans in front of her, 40 miles away, 2 other hunters are gearing up for an exciting afternoon. Both of Collins Marine's boys, Cooper and Carson, are headed out for their first hunts of the year. For those who don't know Collins, few things bring him more joy than taking his family hunting and creating memories along the way. Like past seasons, much of 2025 has been spent preparing as many options as possible, all in hopes of giving them the best chance at success. And thanks to close friend Josh Hess, fresh off a full day of deer season preparation of his own, both young hunters will enter the woods with tags in hand, hunting the same property from 2 different locations.
You ready? Let's do it.
bedded in. Feeling good about tonight. Coop dog up to bed.
Hey, you guys ready? Let's go.
Good evening. We are all set up. Cooper and I are on the south end of the farm. Josh and Carson are on the north. In here after a couple bucks tonight. There's several good bucks, but two in particular that me and Cooper have been getting pictures of right here, right next to us. Are one, there's a 10 or 12 point with a big old club drop tine coming off his base. Had pictures of him last week. He was really cool. But then one of the main reasons we're in here tonight is last night had a buck show back up. He was on a scrape down here just past us. He came out of the bedding to the north across this field. He's a tank. We've had pictures of him the last 4 years, I believe. Got a couple sets of sheds off him. But we got a west-southwest wind, which blows it up into this corner. But I think he's bedding more down here to our south. There's a lot of standing corn still behind us, so if he's in there, they like crossing off the neighbors into this field and walking this edge. So we decided to come in, no blind, nothing. It's gonna be tough. Cooper's, this is honestly his first time sitting like outside of a blind or not in a tree stand. But I think it'll be fun. Might have some real close deer. Hopefully not too many.
Just remember last time we were here, the tree stand was right here.
Yeah, but you gotta be really still.
Barely even saw it, almost.
Yeah. So we'll see what time the movement is tonight. It's a little warmer, but honestly, the wind's pretty dead, so these deer should be able to get pretty close to us before they think too much of it. But we're tucked back in off the edge in the shadows, so I think as the sun gets darker, our cover should just get better and better. Anyway, we're gonna sit back, got a few hours of hunting. We're gonna enjoy it. September 21st in Iowa. I've got Carson with me tonight, so we're gonna see if we can make some magic happen tonight. So it's about 5:30. We're all settled in, right on this spot on the north piece of the farm. Appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see what happens. You ready? Let's do this thing. It's about 6:40. Nothing moving yet, but it's starting to feel good. Temps are cooling down a little bit. Feels like they could start moving at any time. Hopefully one comes out there, walks right out in front of us. Cooper gets him. We hope. Smoke eating.
Let's go.
That was the big one. Could you hear that when it hit him?
Mm-hmm.
His tail was tucked. Well, guys, holy cow. Talk about.
Let's go.
Shooting time was 7:34. He came out at 7:28, and Cooper just put the thumping on him. I think he smoked him. It sounded really good. It sounded like a chest cavity, like pop when it hit. Dude, so proud of you. That was awesome. You had to get the gun turned around. I think you got him. I know you hit him. And he reacted good, like he was hurting hard. We had a pile of deer coming out here right at last light. And Big Boy was in the back. I think it was 5 or 6 does, one little buck, and then him. And he shot him, let him turn broadside. I don't know, I think it was a good one, so. Yes.
Let's go.
Dude, heck yeah. Alrighty, well, we're gonna look back at the footage and see what we can tell.
Okay.
Alright, well, we looked at the footage. It's kind of hard to tell if it's either a heart shot or just a little low, but it sounded really good. He took off like a bat out of hell. So we're hoping that that's what it was. It's hard to tell on the screen if it's blood coming out or what. So we're gonna go back to the truck, go get Carson and them. Carson and Josh. We'll come look at the footage and see what everybody thinks. I don't know. Like, I feel like if it was hair, I don't know. If we go there and don't find any hair, just blood.
Good sign.
It's bleeding a lot. Oh, it looks like there might be some lung. It looked a tiny bit fatty back there, but he's spraying like it's pressurized, so.
As difficult as it is to pull Cooper away from a blood trail that could lead to the biggest buck of his life, Collins makes the decision to back out after finding a bed just off the edge of the cut corn. Making matters even harder, Collins has to return to work the following morning while Cooper heads back to school. Thankfully, trusted friends Rye Ludwig, Joey Eiler, and Bryce Haynes step in to keep the search moving, with good boy Chancey leading the way. Treating the hit as a liver or gut shot, the group resumes the trail roughly 12 hours later.
All right, well, here it is the next morning. Got Chancey with me. I've blood trailed quite a few deer with Chancey at this point. Last year, obviously, with Bella's buck, we didn't have any luck, but I'm still pretty confident in his abilities. So we're gonna give him a chance at the trail, see if he can just take it right to him. We've got Orange Hat over here, got Last Blood marked on Onyx. Old boy's ready to go. We got Joe here. We're just gonna take it slow, find it. All right, so what I just did is I let him come up that edge on his own, and he's going in right where we have it marked on his own. So I'm just gonna let him work. You find it. Look at this. Look at this. That is a stud. Holy cow. Chancey, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. 20 yards inside the timber, man. 20 yards inside the timber.
Oh my god.
Dude, this thing is a toad.
Oh, you're gonna crash.
It's dude, let me just like, I'm not gonna move him too much, but like, dude.
He's massive.
Dude.
I was literally just thinking to myself, man, sorry. You know, if we don't find this deer, just how like happy I am that I got you guys as friends. Dude, that makes me so happy.
Gosh, man. Call the boy, man. Call me back.
Thank you so much.
No problem, dude. No problem at all.
Unable to move the deer until the tag arrives, Collins makes the call, and Cooper is able to leave school with his mom to head back to the woods, sealing the reality of a dream come true.
What's up, dude? What's up? Dude, he's big.
I'm so excited. I just got out of school and we're here to film this buck and stuff.
You want to put your hands on him?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go find him. I'm not showing you where he is.
What?
Gave you an orange hat.
Start at the orange hat and go from there. Go this way.
Go this way?
Follow our trail through there. We blaze a pretty good trail.
This way?
Yep. Yep, just follow our trail.
Oh, right there. That thing's massive.
What do you think of that,
Coop? This thing's heavy too.
Did you ever think you shoot a deer like that?
No.
Dude, that's a stud. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. A giant, buddy. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
You deserved it. That's awesome.
Man, I don't even know where to begin with this one other than I'm proud of you, buddy. That was a heck of a night we had last night. Just to start from the beginning, this is a buck I got about 4 years of history with. I got multiple sets of sheds off him. He is just a tank, as you guys can tell. He's a 7.5-year-old this year. Put out cameras on this farm last week. They were cutting the corn and got pictures of this deer and one other good one in here 10 minutes before legal shooting time. So Sunday, we were gonna be able to hunt. Boys had football. We couldn't make it out Saturday, but Sunday night we went, worked about as perfect as we could have asked. He did the same thing. He worked out in front of us, and Cooper made the shot. Looking at the footage, we decided to go in last night and track, and we started tracking. We decided to just back out. We thought it was maybe low heart, but he should have been dead if it was low heart. So lucky enough for me, I got some good friends. Ry Ludwig, Joey, and Bryce. They all came out here this morning, and I had to work, so they came out and told me that they'd come look for him, and they did just that. Got out here about 7:30, and I got the FaceTime call about 8 o'clock telling me they found him. He only made it probably 80 yards past where we had last blood, so that was a pretty special moment. I mean, it was, I don't know. I don't get emotional on deer very often, but this one, I was just thinking, like, while I was at work, how whether we find this deer or not, how special it is to have friends that'll go out and look for a deer for you, for Cooper. Couldn't thank him enough. Good job, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You were definitely going through the roller coasters, weren't you? You had the highs last night after the shot. We thought it was a good one, and then we tracked him and couldn't find him. And this morning you woke up a little down and told you to keep your spirits up. We got some guys going out there that if anybody's gonna find him, it's gonna be Ry, and Chancey, I think, was actually one of them that was out with him. Yeah. But again, couldn't thank everybody enough. Josh for coming out last night and sitting with Carson. Forgot to mention that. They were hunting the north end of the farm, and they heard the shot, so obviously we wouldn't pick them up with the original track. But what a way to start the year. First hunt of the year, got a giant on the ground. Carson's up next, and what do you want to say?
Thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail.
Cooper Marine wasn't the only young hunter on the Midwest Whitetail team to find success in September. Over in Kansas, new team members Blake and John Landwehr also took advantage of the early season, wasting little time adding a chapter of their own.
So tonight we're hunting at the Resi farm, and we've got some big ones showing up. Log splitter, another really big one that's been showing up is a big 10. It's kind of hot out, so sitting in between the pond and the Milo. This is, I mean, just been crazy. It just happened so quick. I mean, saw him 1 second, next second he was dead. I mean, couldn't get any better. Plan worked almost too well.
We'll have to find out if our hunting cation together is going to keep going on. Mike is going to arrive back in Iowa tomorrow. We had a good time, if nonetheless, and Mike and I were kind of talking if there's a way to, maybe he takes one kid out, and me and Bella keep on this Tony quest, but time to go home?
Yes.
All right, let's roll.
That was a pretty special moment. I mean, it was, I don't know. I don't get emotional on deer very often, but this one, I was just thinking, like, while I was at work, how whether we find this deer or not, how special it is to have friends that'll go out and look for a deer for you, for Cooper.
When it comes to the excitement of another deer season, there are a few things that always seem to rise to the top. Things that are hard to explain to someone who's never lived it. There's something healing about time spent in the woods. There's something about the white-tailed deer unlike any other game animal. And there's something incredibly special about simply having the opportunity to pursue them. An opportunity made possible by generations of conservation efforts, and one we should never take for granted. What has unfolded so far this September goes well beyond the bucks we've returned home with. More and more every year, this month seems to remind our team that the lasting mark left by simply getting out there is the real prize. Yes, Cooper Marine's buck was his biggest ever, and there isn't a deer hunter alive who wouldn't be grateful to cross paths with an animal of that caliber. But the hunt stands for so much more than a set of antlers on the wall. It represents the power of community and friendship. It's a reminder of just how fortunate we are to have people in our lives we can call when we need a hand, share the highs and lows with, and count on when it matters most. And so, as the calendar pages turn and the months of preparation inch closer to their moment of truth, we look ahead with patience, passion, and anticipation. Like that first crack of sunlight breaking through the trees from 20 feet up, opening day is finally starting to peek through. Though the immediate forecast may say otherwise, we can already feel the chill in the air, if only in our minds. It takes us back to hunts of old, to those timeless moments when everything in the world somehow felt exactly right. Crisp, crackling leaves underfoot, scrapes torn open beneath an overhanging branch, and the orchestra of every sound the woods has to offer, playing a familiar song while we wait, because soon enough, the waiting will be over. The preparation will give way to pursuit, anticipation will become reality, and once again, we'll finally be chasing November.